Okay, so we're going to take electron dot diagrams and we're going to put them together for the elements to show bonding. And in this case, the type of bonding we're going to look at is covalent bonding, which we know means that we're going to share electrons. So if you would take out or turn to the assignment in Schoology that's labeled Lewis structures, a simple example. That's the one I'm going to guide you through in this set of notes. All right, so in step one, we are to use the bingo chips as electrons and place the correct number of valence electrons around the hydrogen symbol and the fluorine symbol. Okay, so you should have made your own cards. So there's my hydrogen card. And you should have cut out your squares. And so you should have a set of red and blue squares. So we're going to give one element the red squares and one element the blue squares. The choice is yours. Okay. And so here's what we know about hydrogen. Hydrogen's in group 1, so it has one valence electron. So you're going to place one of your squares around hydrogen. Then we're going to do the same thing for fluorine. So you're going to take your fluorine card and you're going to put it in, and you're going to show its number of valence electrons. And fluorine's in group 17. So the rule for group 17 is if we take the group number and we subtract 10, that gives us the number of valence electrons. Right? So remember that the rule is we put one electron on each side of our imaginary box, and then we put a pair of electrons. Okay, so there's my 7 fluorine valence electrons. All right, so now let's talk about what we have here. So anywhere that you have pairs of electrons, those are referred to as lone pairs, are also referred to as non-bonding electrons. So when we look at fluorine, we can see that it has 1, 2, 3 non-bonding pairs of electrons. All right, the other vocab term we want to be familiar with are bonding electrons. So in order to be a bonding electron, there needs to be only one electron. Okay. So if I look, here's fluorine, 1 valence electron, that's bonding. And here's hydrogen's 1 bonding valence electron. Okay. So the idea is we're going to connect the atoms together in places where they have bonding electrons. Okay, so I'm going to move my cards over. So here's hydrogen with its 1 bonding electron. And fluorine has 1 bonding electron, so we're going to put that together to make a bonding pair. And that pair of electrons here is representing a single covalent bond. Okay. So a bond that is covalent means that they're sharing a pair of electrons. And so here's my pair of electrons. So this makes this a single covalent bond. Okay. So this is how you draw Lewis structures for my model here. So here's, if I'm going to draw it like you're going to have to do in the homework, you're going to write the symbols. Okay. And you can, I'm going to use colored marker here so we can see valence electrons, and you should have colored pencils. So here's hydrogen's 1 valence electron. And then fluorine has 7. So there's 1 in the bond here. And then it has 3 lone pairs. Now, the other way we can represent this is if we draw the Lewis structure, and instead of putting this pair of dots that they're sharing, we can actually draw a dash here that represents that same bond. Now again, Fluorine still has non-bonding electrons that we need to draw in the Lewis structure. All right. Okay, so that is my example of a simple, which just has one bond and it's just two atoms bonded together.